I'm Steve, the Affordable Life Coach, and today we are going to talk about the madness of our society and its addiction to speed, productivity, pressure, feeling guilty, using guilt and shame as a way to motivate yourself to get things done, scarcity mindset, like there's not enough time, there's not enough money in the day, in the week, in the month, in the year, in the life, and general overwhelm, information overwhelm, to-do list, habits, productivity overwhelm. We're constantly being bombarded. And I have a really simple, great antidote. Easy to do, hard to implement. And it almost takes a firm commitment. And I think one of the concerns that I have for people that watch these videos or just any type of self development and productivity, it's something that I have to be very mindful with and struggle with as well, is we listen to a video, we get some great ideas, and we think we're accomplishing something just because we read a book, we watched a YouTube video, we saw an affirmation or got a great new technology tool that'll make us more productive. And we fool ourselves into thinking that we are being more productive. And we have to ask ourselves, and this is one of the things that I do with my clients, is it's such a different approach than most life coaches will take, or just most people take in their life. It's getting people to look at their lives inside out. And that's what I love about coaching. It's just a fresh look at the way we live our lives and some alternatives that are not mainstream, are not what society rah-rah and rewards us for, like, oh, making more money, working harder. All of that, as you get older, is, and hopefully as you get younger, that's the purpose of these videos, it's just meaningless. We're just running now like the hamster on the wheel, constantly exhausting ourselves. Our lives get in a rut. We burn out and we just feel spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally exhausted. And if it's not exhaustion, it's just a low level lethargy or low level numbness or low level apathy or low level, oh, I'm just going to grind out another day. And it makes us very susceptible to anxiety, to stress, to depression, to fear, to people pleasing, to safety behaviors, engaging in behaviors that we think will make us safe, to escapism, numbing out on our screens, or having something always with the earphones always going on. We're always inputting. And when you taste a little bit of the alternative lifestyle, and that's really what I have to offer clients. I'll help clients with their goals and their habits, but shouldn't we make those secondary? Shouldn't we make primary what our values are, what brings us a deep sense of contentment and inner peace and joy and simplicity? And life has texture, it has meaning, it has purpose, instead of just waking up and just doing the same thing you did yesterday, and tomorrow you're going to do the same thing as you're doing today. And there's going to be a some of that, in everybody's life, but it's very easy. It's much easier to just live how other people live and just to model what our environment shows us and what gets the approval. What's the challenge is to live inside out, and is to have the courage to discover who you are, but in that process of discovering who you are, show the world who you are and being real. There's just not realness in so much of our human communication. And that is not the intention of the video. The intention of the video is don't buy what the world is selling you. It leads to just squeezing the life energy and the life force out of us, and we're just in perpetual survival mode. And how do you do that? Well, the easiest way to do that, and it's so hard because we have deeply ingrained habits that just like a current will just take us back to our natural, automated, habitual reactions. And so you have to be very mindful, and you have to, if you do want coaching, it's such a valuable tool because now you have accountability, you have support, and you have strategies to achieve this type of lifestyle, because it's not often that we're surrounded by other people who live this way, who live that inside out way of living. And you could always tell something's different with these type of people. One is they don't care about your approval. Two, they generally follow the dictum of whatever the masses are doing. Run as fast and as far as you can in the opposite direction. They're critical thinkers. They're free thinkers. They're not people pleasers. They don't care if you approve of them or not. They are going to just speak their truth. They'll say uncomfortable things. They'll say things that will get them maybe in trouble, get them disapproved of. And I'm not talking about mean or rude things. And there's just a laissez-faire flow about them. It's like one of those in the used car lots, those balloons that go up and down, and they're just like, there's no tension in them. They're just kind of like loosey-goosey. And I imagine that's how most people want to live, but they don't know any different. And they think, oh, if I live that way, I'm not going to be motivated. I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to be unsuccessful. And I find the opposite is when I take that out of my life, and when clients who are willing to go down that path remove that type of pressure, and I call it the whip, like they're cracking the whip, you're actually more motivated, and you're more in alignment with what you want to do in your life and who you want to be, because you don't care what other people think or say about your lifestyle, as long as you're not hurting other people, obviously. And it's an exciting way to live. It's an adventurous way to live. It can be a very scary way to live, but it builds confidence and courage. And I'm not talking about the confidence and courage that society promulgates of everyone's a winner and everybody is incredible and everybody's amazing and you're a success and you're number one. Come on, man. It's not genuine, and people don't feel it. And that's why there's such widespread insecurity, fear, loneliness, isolation, escapism, because people go, oh, I was raised this way to believe in myself and to love myself and all these things. And when it's not organic and authentic, and most importantly, when it's not earned, it's not genuine, and you don't feel it, and you feel this sense of emptiness. And then what do? We look for other people to validate us, to make us feel good about ourselves. And then we just get addicted to that validation, and then we can't understand why we are phony, or we can't understand why we're fearful. And man, it takes time. It really does. It takes time. It takes a commitment. And I know I say this, but really it takes support. And I'm not talking about with family members, but like having that support makes such a difference, because it can be very lonely when you decide to walk away from the herd. It really can. And I've experienced it. But I never would go. I would never go back. Never go back. It's just, it deadens the soul when we go back and follow the herd. Yeah, so I love being a black sheep. I love not having to run my value system or my decisions based on what society or what culture or what politics tells me I have to do. It's being free, and you can be. The goal is everyone wants to change the external. I want to be freer by changing this and changing that externally, in the world, having new politicians, on and on. And it's like, start here, man. When you start here, Jordan Peterson talks about clean your room. Start there, clean your room. I would go even one step further. Clean your soul, clean your being, clean your energy. We just run on such very high-strung, fear-based, scarcity-based, conformist energy, and we're spiritually just messy and cluttered. We have so many things we take on, so many obligations, so many possessions, so many responsibilities, so many bills to pay, and it's just, we're spiritually cluttered, and it's like we need to not add things, we need to chip away. And when you chip away, that's how sculptures are made. Just chip away, and then you see the sculpture take form. And we've just been, everyone, like I talk in my other videos about, everyone throws their paint on our canvas. And so we're so clouded and lost and addicted. Oh, it just feels so good to just realize that we don't have to partake in that. We don't have to partake in the madness, the cultural madness, the drama, the political madness, the divisiveness, and even the work madness and the gossip and the drama, and worried about what people think of us, and, well, what about this person? What about that person? Are they upset with me? It's just lightening our load and living free. My videos are free form, and just intuitively I share what I feel might be helpful for people watching these videos, what's helpful for me, what I've learned as being a coach for 13 years now. And it's just put aside all that stuff. And even in the self-help books, it's more of the same indoctrination, to get us to be passive worker bees, enslaved in a system that wants to squeeze as much out of us as possible. And I'm not saying, there's a lot of wonderful things. I'm not saying not to work. I'm not saying not to be productive. I'm saying it's like, let's change the fuel that you run on. Because most people run on that fuel of fear, insecurity, scarcity, shame, guilt, pressure, anxiety, stress. Oh man, and it's so draining. And what happens is, so when I'm coaching some clients, their gas tank is running on empty. There's so little energy. And I've experienced this, and I have to be vigilant about this, that when you have anxiety, when you have stress, when you're overwhelmed, when you don't give your spiritual being, your brain, your physical body a break, you just feel like the cup that overfloweth, and not with good stuff, with toxic stuff. And then when I'm coaching some of my clients, we'll try to add something like, hey, let's add self-care, spending 20 minutes going to a park, or let's add something social, or let's work on minimizing, or let's just work on unplugging. And there's just like, there's no bandwidth, there's no capacity, and you could just feel it. There's no capacity to be able to accomplish it because they're running on fumes. And that's why it's kind of like when especially the clients that are newer clients, it's got to clear house. You got to clean house first before you start bringing other stuff into your house. And you just get rid of everything that isn't absolutely essential. You start saying no. No, I'm not going to do, not that way, but you be polite about it, but just, no, I can't do that for you. No, I'm not available then. Thank you for, I'm going to have to decline, but thank you very much for the offer. And even start saying no to yourself. I notice with some of my clients, there is habit and goal and task accumulation. They're like a magnet. They just, more and more tasks, they'll just take on more and more. And what is at the core of all this is, I'm not good enough and I'm not doing enough. Those are the two most common things I hear when coaching clients. I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough. And so we then become addicted to productivity. And watching a lot of these YouTube videos does not help. I mean, sometimes you just feel like, oh my God, look at this person wakes up at 5 a.m. They do this, they do that. They go to the gym and they're tracking everything they eat, tracking everything they do. They're tracking all their habits and getting all their tasks. A lot of it is BS. And I don't think that should be the goal. The goal is contentment, inner peace, joy, relaxation, fun, experiences, adventures, connections, meaningful connections, not small talk, but just meaningful connections with people, spiritual growth, a deep sense of a confidence of who you are, authenticity. Like, those are the things we should be chasing. Yeah. So, and it's fun, man. Going on that journey is so fun. And it's like, with myself, it's a relief, because when I was younger, I was chasing a lot of those things. And it's just a relief to get off that path, that crowded, polluted, cluttered path of material wealth, of popularity, of social approval, of fame, of likes and clicks and views, and on and on and on. I mean, if I was dependent on that, I wouldn't make YouTube videos anymore, because my YouTube videos get a couple hundred views. It's just insane. And it's, some things that are just absolutely cotton candy for the brain, get millions of views, and just like, get off the cotton candy. It's mental digital crack. Get off of it. I'm not saying get off technology completely. There's some very valuable uses for it, but there's so much garbage out there, and it just pollutes us and weighs us down. And it's nice to like wake up in the morning, have energy, and to look forward to your day. Look forward to being able to connect with someone, to help someone, to spend time in nature, to exercise your mind, exercise your body, read a good book, learn something new, have a deep, meaningful connection or conversation with someone. Yeah, man, that's what we want to chase. And it's fun going on that journey. It's not there because there's never an end destination. It's that process that makes us spiritual giants on solid foundation, where the things of the world don't affect you as much. And I have by no means mastered this. This is something that I'm just sharing with you is part of my journey. I have struggles. I have regular setbacks, but I always look at it as, what can I learn from it? How can I grow from it? When I get upset with someone, what is it saying about me? When I get impatient, what can I do differently to develop more patience? And that's why I love coaching, and that's why coaching is fun if you have that mindset, not I have to do more. I have to have someone push me and cajole me into doing things I don't want to do. That's a bummer, man. No one likes that type of energy. And so it's just a different energy going through life. It's lighter, it's freer, it's more, it's like an eagle. You feel like you're soaring. All right, so if you would like some coaching, again, very affordable, extremely affordable. Most people are just like shocked at like how affordable it is, and because I want to make it available to as many people as possible. So send me an email. Description, my email's in the description. Consultation's absolutely free. It's session by session with absolutely no obligation, and you could, with the free consultation, give you a better idea if it's a good fit for you. Please, if you like these videos, subscribe, comment, like, all that type of stuff. And if you really want to help support the channel, there's a PayPal link, and if you'd like to make a small monthly donation or one-time donation, whatever it is, and it doesn't even have to be super large, just even the small donations, just like, it's kind of like, I know this content is valuable for people, and it inspires me to continue making videos. And this video is going to be about something completely different, and I'll have to talk about that topic at another time. So I don't even know what to title this video. I'm sure I'll title it something, but would you please just write in the comments what you think the best title for this video would be, for those of you that have made it to the end, because my videos tend to be long form, not short form. And I hope you appreciate that. And thank you so much for watching and being part of this very small YouTube channel. Until next time, bye-bye.